Tomorrow, tariffs 25% on Canada and 25% on Mexico, and that'll start.
A full-blown trade war is unfolding. Stock markets are tumbling, Canada and Mexico are furious, and Donald Trump? Well, he's doubling down. The US president confirmed a 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico starting today. The decision is shaking up global trade, pushing North America into economic turmoil. Trump's tariff move sent shockwaves through financial markets. US stocks nosedived. The Dow Jones fell nearly 650 points, the S&P 500 lost over 100 points, and Nasdaq plunged almost 500 points. Tech giants were hit hard with the Magnificent Seven stocks dropping over 3%. The impact wasn't limited to Wall Street. Mexico's peso and Canada's dollar also tumbled. Asia and Australia felt the pressure too. Japan's Nikkei 225 lost 2.43%. Similarly, Hong Kong and Sydney markets slid. Indian shares opened lower with the Nifty 50 and BSE Sensex both taking a hit. Auto stocks suffered the most. General Motors, which builds trucks in Mexico, lost 4%. Ford shares dropped 1.7%. Analysts warn that car prices could rise in days as supply chains across North America take a hit. So why is Trump doing this? He says it's about fentanyl. He claims Canada and Mexico aren't doing enough to stop the flow of the deadly drug into the United States. His solution? Economic pressure. At the White House, Trump made it clear they are going to have a tariff. If they want to avoid it, they should move their car plants to the United States. But there's more. Trump is also hitting China. He's hiking tariffs on all Chinese imports from 10% to 15%. He accuses Beijing of failing to stop fentanyl shipments into America. Meanwhile, Canada and Mexico aren't staying silent. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum hasn't responded officially yet, but at a public event, she made her stance clear. Mexico has to be respected. She has backup plans as well. Sheinbaum says Mexico has a plan B, C, and D. What exactly are those plans? That remains to be seen. Meanwhile, Canada's Foreign Minister Melanie Joly says Ottawa is ready to respond but hasn't given details yet. Ontario Premier Doug Ford, however, is not holding back. He called the tariffs an absolute disaster and warned of massive consequences. Ford says Michigan's auto plants could shut down in a week. And his response is that a complete halt of nickel shipments and cross-border electricity exports to the United States. And his message to Trump? Well, I am going after absolutely everything. Well, China has also responded in retaliation. Beijing has applied countermeasures and targeted US agriculture and food products. Trump is going all in on tariffs. He has revived a probe into countries that tax US digital services. He wants to charge $1.5 million every time a Chinese-built ship enters an American port. And he's launching a new investigation into copper imports. So what's his long-term plan? Reciprocal tariffs, that is, matching US tariffs to those imposed by other countries. The European Union could be hit hard, especially with their value-added tax system. But not everyone is convinced. Economist Desmond Lackman warns Trump's tariffs on steroids could push inflation higher and even trigger a global recession. But whatever it is, Trump isn't backing down. Canada and Mexico have retaliated, and so has China. And the markets, they are already in turmoil. Will this be a short-lived trade fight, or is the global economy heading into a new era of economic warfare? For more details on geoeconomics ramifications due to Trump's trade tariff war, stay tuned to the official YouTube channel of the Indian Express.